What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got ourselves another pair of lovely new Digimon cards to be talking about. I, for one, am frankly delighted that the lovely folks over at Bandai are feeling the need to reveal 2 new cards every day. It means that every day we can find ourselves a lovely new video looking at each of the 2 new cards and whether they're good, how they compare to other cards, etc. So, long may it last, ladies and gentlemen. Long may it last. Today, we've got a new Birdramon, we've got a new Garudamon, and shouts out, stop me if you've heard this one before, to the lovely Jason Snowjacks for providing the translations. So we might as well start off here with Birdramon, and what we see is a level 4 Digimon, a 4 cost to play normally, a 2 cost to evolve, with 4,000 power. And if we look at how that compares to other level 4 red cards, it's about right. Level 4, 4,000 power is on the lower end, but it's about what we would expect. So, you know, that works. 2 cost to evolve is standard for level 4. That's basically what we see on all of the level 4s. And 4 cost to play normally is on the cheaper end for a level 4. So what we've got here is a cheaper level 4 that's slightly lower power, which seems about right. We have seen a Birdramon, incidentally. We will compare the 2 in a moment. Now, according to the lovely Jason Snowjacks, well, we know we've got a non-inheritable skill. But according to the lovely Jason Snowjacks, what that non-inheritable skill does, when you play it, one of your Digimon gains security attack +1 for this turn. Now, at the moment, it seems like when you play does not mean when you evolve. They are different. So essentially, if you pay 4, you can get yourself an extra security attack. Cool. And extra security attacks are good, incidentally. We've seen an option card that gets rid of security attacks. Fire Tornado over in the yellow decks lets you choose one of your opponent's Digimon and give them security attack -3 till the end of turn. Or if it comes out as a security card, it gives all of your opponent's Digimon this turn security attack -1. So okay, this gives you extra security attack. And this is one of those cards where timing is everything. So let's say, for argument's sake, your opponent's got 2 security cards remaining. You've got 2 Digimon on the field, so generally you can attack to get rid of a security card, attack to get rid of another security card, but you don't win the game because you need to attack a 3rd time in order to actually attack when there are no security cards out to win the game. You know this, your opponent knows this, your opponent knows you've got 1 more turn. Down comes Birdramon here, and all of a sudden you get security attack +1. Your first Digimon takes out 2 security cards rather than 1. Your second Digimon attacks to win the game, and your opponent doesn't have that final turn they need. Digimon that have a play skill rather than an evolution skill are very much like option cards. Because what you're doing here really is paying 4 memory to give yourself an extra security attack. And I'm totally okay with this. Seems like a good thing to do. This seems like a very worthwhile endeavour. Now, to be fair, after you've done that, you've still got a 4,000 power Digimon on the field, and there's nothing to stop you evolving it up into a level 5, level 6, maybe even level 7 now. But it is very much worth bearing in mind that it's a cheap, weak Digimon, but it gets you security attack +1. It's basically an option card that might stick around and attack. You never know. Compared to the other Birdramon, I'm all in favour. The other Birdramon is similar stats-wise. It is a 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, but it's a 5,000 power with no skill. Now, if you're giving me 1,000 less power, but I get to give one of my Digimon security attack +1, then I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a particularly difficult thing for me to pick. And yeah, things might change as we start building decks and making decks. It may well be that having one with slightly more power is going to be the absolute be-all and end-all. We never really know until we start making decks and properly testing. But as it seems at the moment, this seems like a no-brainer. Moving on then into Garudamon, we've got ourselves a nice holo card, so yay. It is one of them, they're super rares. It's one of the really rare ones. So given that it's all shiny and it's a super rare, maybe we should be thinking that this is a really good card. Well, it's a level 5, 7 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 7,000 power, which is about right. That kind of fits with, I mean, it's the exact stat line of Metal Garudamon, for instance, so yeah, it's about right. But we've got both an inheritable and a non-inheritable skill, and we have seen more and more of them coming around lately, although it's still not the norm. And what we see is the non-inheritable skill, it's got Pierce. Pierce is awesome. Pierce says that when you attack a Digimon, so generally speaking, you've got two choices. Either you attack a resting Digimon, or you attack your opponent's security stack. Well, here, if you attack a resting Digimon, you then also get a security attack afterwards, or a security check, to use the proper parlance. So it means you can take out a resting Digimon and then you get a security attack. And what's kind of awesome here is you've only got 7,000 power. That is weak compared to the level 6s, which might sound obvious, but does need saying. If you go straight for the security stack and hit a level 6, or a beefed up level 5, maybe even a beefed up level 4, you are going down here. So it's really nice to be able to take out a resting Digimon and just go after one with 6,000 or less power. Maybe you've got Yagami Taichi down and you're giving yourself an extra 1,000 power, and that's all lovely. But generally speaking here, it's just a case of go after a resting Digimon, make sure that you're going to survive it, then get a security check, which hopefully you're going to survive. With 7,000 power, you can never be too sure. But if you've taken out a resting Digimon and you've got rid of one of your opponent's security cards, that seems alright to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm totally okay with that. Pierce is a very, very powerful skill in the Digimon trading card game. Being able to be taking down all of these resting Digimon while also taking out security cards really is extremely powerful. We did see one of the level 6 green Digimon, Hercules Kabuteramon, has Pierce. It's the only one we've seen other than this, and I tell you what, it's hard for me to be much more in favour. This is pretty gosh darned awesome. But wait! There is an inheritable skill here as well, just in case that wasn't good enough. Remember, inheritable skills do not work on the card they're printed. Inheritable skills work when you evolve from the card. And what we see here is, when this Digimon is blocked, draw one. Cool. I mean, we've said many, many times, drawing extra cards is always good. And it means that if your opponent blocks you, bad things happen. Now, I did actually mention Metal Greymon a minute ago. This is the other Digimon we've seen with a similar kind of skill here, because that's a level 5 with an inheritable skill that kicks in when you get blocked. So if you evolve your level 6 from Metal Greymon, you get blocked, you gain free memory. If you evolve it from Garudamon, you get blocked, you draw a card. Which one's better? Depends on the board state. Sometimes you just need to draw a particular card to evolve, or draw an option card like Gaia Force to get rid of a Digimon or whatever, and drawing the extra card is really good. Other times you really need to be able to play an extra card without passing the turn to your opponent, and then the extra free memory is huge. I can't tell you which of these skills is better. I can tell you that this tells us that the designers are basically saying gain free memory is equivalent to draw a card, which is a really important thing to note when we're looking at cards in the future. There are values to everything for the designers, so the designers are basically saying here that getting free memory is as good as drawing an extra card. So we've got the equivalency chart working nicely. But like I said, as for which one's better, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. It really does depend on board position at the time. If you're playing lots of expensive cards, it might be better to have the extra memory. If you're playing a very hungry deck that has lots of evolutions and draws lots and all of that, maybe you want the extra draw. You can probably tell by the deck you're making, but it is going to be board position that determines which is better. How does this stack up to the Garudamon which is coming out in the starter decks? kind of favourably, honestly. Now, you do have to pay one more to play it normally, but it's the same to evolve and the same power. But you got 2 skills rather than 1. They've both got a non-inheritable skill. Would you rather have Pierce when you're attacking? Or would you rather have one of your Digimon getting 3000 DP when you evolve? I'd rather have Pierce, if I'm honest with you. Pierce seems really strong. I like giving one of my Digimon a 3000 DP boost, but not as much as I like Pierce. And then you factor in the fact that you've got the really good inheritable skill as well. And for the second time this video, I'm going to say that I feel very strongly that this new card is better than the equivalent in the starter set. I mean, plus the artwork is way better, which is nice. But honestly, yeah, this is brilliant. Love it. I think this is a really, really strong card, which probably does explain why it's a lovely super rare foil. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your 2 new Digimon cards for today. Both of them are better than the equivalent in the starter decks, at least as far as I'm concerned. So go team! High five! I would like to know what you think about all these cards though, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Me nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some weekly bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.